Charles joins us now. Do you have a mock draft for the NFL?
I do not. I mean, I don't. Mock drafts to me are stupid because you don't know what position you need. I mean, like it happens more obviously in baseball and basketball. If you got an all-pro center or all-pro shooting guard, you're not going to take a guard or forward. You're going to take the best player available, or you're going to trade it. So mock drafts are useless.
If you were coming out now with your career at Auburn, how would they assess your talent and your size and how you would play in the NBA?
Well, they don't have it. It's just a crapshoot. It's just a guess.
But they say you were too short to play in the NBA?
Yeah, you'd be male and Todd be saying, well, he's a tweener. He's not a power forward. He's not a small forward. That's the word they use.
I also saw this story and I thought of you. And it's not because you're a gambler, but a gambler has sued a casino, said he was too drunk to play. Is it up to the gambler or the casino when you're gambling with the amount of liquor that they ply you with, if they cut you off or should they cut you off?
Well, listen, I've heard that before. Remember, I go back to Philadelphia. The guy who used to own the Eagles, Leonard Toles, sued Atlantic City for the same reason. He didn't win, and this loser down in Vegas not going to win. It's up to the person who gambles to know how much alcohol they have consumed.
But they do try to get you drunk?
No, I don't think they try to get you drunk. They want you to gamble. There's a reason they send you a private jet and give you a free room. They want you to gamble, bro. I don't think that.
They don't send a private jet to guys who win all the time, do they?
They send it. Yeah, of course they do. You know, the objective is to get you there as much as possible. You know, obviously, some of those guys are my friends. The objective is to get you there as much as possible, because the more you gamble, the more you're going to lose. Yeah, but they do send a private jet for you.
What's the most dangerous game to play in Vegas?
Well, anytime you gamble, Dan, you're going to lose more than you win. I love when people say I'm a good gambler. There's no such thing as a good gambler.
Well, Floyd Mayweather appears to be a pretty good gambler.
Well, he bet $10 million on the Broncos.
He did not bet $10 million.
Hey, that's what he said.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. He's smart enough to know not to bet $10 million. He doesn't bet that high. He doesn't bet that much.
Well, listen. Well, if you bet the Broncos, you lost either way.
Did you bet the Broncos? You did, didn't
Hello?
you? Did you bet?
No, I won. I had Seattle.
Oh, good.
I won the game.
Good.
Yeah.
Look at
I had
you.
Seattle.
Nice. LeBron goes for 61. I saw where Dominic Wilkins goes. That's not a big deal. Is it a big deal, or because he faced the Bobcats?
Well, listen, 61 points is a lot of points. I mean, I don't go overboard or go crazy. You know, LeBron's the best player in the world. But 61 points, you got to celebrate. That's an awesome accomplishment.
What's the most you had? 55? Does that sound right?
56 in a playoff game one time.
Against?
Yeah, Golden State. I think it's third on the list for the playoffs.
No, they didn't play any defense.
No, they didn't play much defense. Yeah, they did not. Yeah, but 56, I got it in the playoff game. It's pretty cool.
But what's that? Have you ever witnessed somebody putting up a big number, and how helpless is that when you're watching that?
You know, I saw LeBron score 30 straight points one night. You know, I said until I went to the Iron Bowl this year when Auburn beat Alabama on a field goal attempt, taking back. When I saw LeBron score 30 straight points, that was the best thing in sports I had ever seen in person. But the Iron Bowl took over that. But that's the best I've ever seen, when LeBron scored 30 straight points against the Pistons in the playoffs.
Okay, what is more impressive, Kobe going for 81 or LeBron scoring 30 consecutive points?
Well, I didn't watch that game when Kobe scored 81, but that's incredible because, you know, listen, there's some nights you get 35 or 40, you think, like, wow, I was awesome tonight. To get 81 is pretty scary. I mean, it's just amazing.
Okay, what's more impressive?
Probably 81.
Yeah.
Yeah, 81's more impressive.
Well, just the fact you're saying probably 81 tells me how impressive scoring 30 consecutive points is. In your
Well,
mind.
Dan. I was at first of all. During the Eastern Conference Finals,
Yeah.
and we were traveling to the game. To see a guy score 30 straight points, it was pretty remarkable. I mean, it was flat out remarkable. It was awesome to watch.
He's Charles Barkley, the NBA on TNT. Sixers, it seems like it's front office tanking here. Got a problem with it?
I don't. Teams always tank. You know, it's interesting, Dan. I love these guys. You got all these clowns on television and talking about tanking. Hey, didn't my Heat tank when they got LeBron, Dwayne, and Chris Bosh? If you go back and look at that, so did the New York Knicks. They tanked.
Cleveland tanked.
I don't understand why everybody's going crazy. I actually like what the Sixers doing. You know, they're not trying to win. They got the Rookie of the Year and Michael Carter Williams. They're gonna get Noel back. They might get the number one pick in the draft. You know, they playing the game. But teams have always tanked. But I don't understand why people are going crazy now. When the Miami Heat treated everybody in the world and got way below the cap, and the Knicks, I think there were like 5 teams that was going after LeBron. They all tanked this season. They treated every player they had. I don't understand why people are going crazy now.
Well, you had Brian Colangelo in Toronto who admitted to tanking. I think we've always assumed, John Lucas said when he was coaching Cleveland that they tanked to get LeBron James. You don't have too many guys who are going to say, yes, we're actually tanking. They have it open to interpretation. I think that's why, the story had legs.
Well, that's just called honesty, Dan. You don't hear a lot of that in sports. Teams have always tanked. Teams have always tanked. You know, Dan, I had the solution to this 5 years ago. Don't give extra ping pong balls for losing. You know, I think only twice in the last 25 years was a team that had the worst record actually got the number one pick. So having more balls doesn't make you a winner. I've told David Stern this, now I tell Adam Silver, just give each team one ball. Like the lottery is pretty much set. It's been set probably for a month. Don't give teams extra balls for losing. If you give teams one ball, that would stop. So it wouldn't be really wouldn't matter that you got extra balls to lose going down the stretch.
Jeff Pearlman's written a book on Showtime about the Lakers in the 80s. This is what I want to know. He said that the visiting team would go to the Forum and play the Lakers. They couldn't wait to get up to the Forum Club after the game. Tell me about the Forum Club after the game, Charles.
I've never been to the Forum Club, but I think that's overrated.
What?
Yeah, I think that's overrated.
You never went there.
No, guys aren't going to a club up top after a game. I mean, I don't know Mr. Pearlman personally, but listen, I've never been to the Forum Club. There's like the club in Miami. I've never been to I don't go to. I mean, first thing you want to go and get something to eat after the game, but I've never been to the Forum Club.
Well, that's a buzzkill. You missed out. You and AC Green missed out.
Hey, trust me, I haven't missed out on anything, bro. Hey.
Does
you know me.
Does AC Green have one of the greatest streaks in sports history?
That'd be Joe DiMaggio.
Well, no.
That's the great.
But I'm talking about AC Green went through his entire NBA career as a virgin, and he was playing with the Lakers.
I've never believed that story. I played with AC Green. I've never believed that story. Great guy, but I've never believed that story.
Did you ever ask him?
No. But I've never believed that story. AC's a good guy, very good guy, but I've never believed that story.
I saw with the New York Daily News, Frank Isola was talking about it's now time for Carmelo to realize there's no future with the Knicks. Now they should just kind of part ways and really start over. I guess the concern I would have is Melo wants to be paid as if he was staying with the Knicks. So now you're going to get into another situation, just like he did with the Knicks. They have to trade for him and then pay him accordingly. Everywhere he's going, this is just going to be, he's chasing his tail if he leaves, unless he says, I will take less to go to the Bulls or whoever it's going to be. How do you think this plays out in New York?
Listen, the Knicks have just done a terrible job. Carmelo's a terrific player, great scorer, but the Knicks have just done a really bad job of putting players around him. Dan, it's unfortunate. It's like Tony Romo, who's a terrific quarterback. In sports, they want you to be stars, and then when you don't win, they blame the stars. I call it the ESPN disease. They got a couple diseases over at ESPN. Every guy act like he knows everything about every sport. They do. I call it ESPN disease. All these guys get on TV every day. They're experts on every sport, and it drives me crazy.
Did ESPN ever offer you, John?
Oh, they call me every year, but I would never go there.
Why?
Well, because I think two things. I think, number one, they work their guys too hard, but also I think they manufacture stories. I do. I think they manufacture controversies. The new thing in sports now is, did they win it or did they lose it? Or did one team win it or did one team lose it? It's always one team won it and one team lost it. You don't have to blame somebody. You don't have to blame somebody. I mean, that's the new thing in sports. We always have to blame somebody. We never, like over the weekend, nobody cared that the little Henley kid won. The big story was Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
The Tiger Woods quit. What's the story with Tiger's back? I'm like, hey, he got hurt. He didn't quit. He got hurt. He didn't tank it. He got a bad back. Listen, people even know that little Henley kid won the golf tournament.
I know. Years from now, when I say, who won that year? Oh, God, I don't know, but I just know Rory lost it and Tiger withdrew.
That drives me crazy. I mean, it really drives me crazy.
All right, I got one more topic for you here.
Sure, bro.
It's real quick. Whose career would you rather have, Steve Nash or Dirk Nowitzki?
Well, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, they're both great players. They're both first ballot Hall of Famers. I mean, but, it's always a special thing to be able to win the championship. Dirk was able to lead a team like Dallas. He didn't. That was amazing what he accomplished in Dallas.
He should have 2 titles.
Why should he have 2?
The Miami Heat series?
Dan, you are what you are. I could say that the San Antonio Spurs should have won the title last year. It doesn't matter what you think.
I don't know if they should have won.
Oh yeah, they should have won. The Spurs had that series. Come on, the Spurs had that series. Who are we kidding? They should.
But there wasn't a call like Dwayne Wade's call where you went, wait, what's going on here? You're okay. Yeah. Okay, we did have a bad series there in the final minutes of Game 3 and with Dwayne Wade. So that I can understand back in 2006. But Dallas still should have closed them out. But that's what I'm saying. Dirk should have 2 titles.
Well, listen, the key to that series was Shaq and Alonzo Mourning. They just physically manhandled the Dallas Mavericks. You go back and look at that series. Dwayne shot a bunch of free throws, but Alonzo Mourning and Shaq were the difference in that series.
All right, we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, we can disagree. We don't have to fight. We don't have to go on ESPN and act like we hate each other.
You don't want to be, you can be, I'll let you be Skip Bayless. I'll be Stephen A. Smith.
Okay. The next sound you're going to hear is me killing myself. If I can't kill Skip Bayless, if I'm going to be Skip Bayless, I'm going to kill myself.
Good to visit with you. Thank
All right, my brother. Be safe. Hey, take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you, Charles. That's Charles Barkley, NBA on TNT.